What's up, everybody? I'm Sharonda.
I'm Dwight,
And this is Everywhere We Go podcast.
where connection is the destination.
Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them. Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them.
Huntsville is known for innovation, for building things that last. But behind the beauty, the brands, and the success, there are real relationships, friendships tested, business decisions that hit personal, and the kind of truth that you can't hide when the cameras are rolling.
Today, we're sitting down with the creators and cast behind Than Hair Huntsville, the first reality series on the Remy Network, set right here in our city. These are entrepreneurs, executives, and wealth getters.
Let's talk about what's really behind the glam. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And I want to start out real quick, just say real quick who everybody is in relation to the show. We have Brandon here, who's a co-executive producer. We have Ashley Lanier, who is co-owner of the Salon and co-creator of the show. And we have right here Chandra, who's also co-owner of the Salon, co-creator of the show. We have Demi Howell, who is like a legendary everything in the beauty industry. So welcome, you guys. We're so excited to be here with you all. And we're going to get into it. And I know you have...
Yes. I like to start off with where questions, hence the name. So we'll just go around. We'll probably start off with you, Brandon.
Okay.
But there are three rare questions. It's where are you from, where are you now, and where did you get connected to the show?
All right. So I am from Talladega, Alabama.
All right.
I actually lived in Huntsville for years after attending Alabama A&M University, and I am currently in Atlanta, Georgia. And my connection to the show is I am one of the executive producers and showrunner of the show. And I got connected with Ashley Lanier, who is the creator of the show, executive producer, through Instagram.
Oh.
Great. I'd like to meet Ashley. Is she anywhere? Oh, there she is. Go ahead, Ashley.
I am Ashley Lanier. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama. I moved here with my mom probably around 95. And we've been in Huntsville ever since. I started my hair journey, graduated from hair school in 2011, and connected with my partner here, Chandra. And I've been doing hair now probably a little bit over 20 years. So we have a salon here in Huntsville called Elements of Salon 721. The significance of that is we merged her old salon with my prior salon that I had because we came back together. And so I know people ask all the time, what does those numbers mean? 7 means completion, 2 means unity, and 1 means sacrifice.
Wow.
So she never wanted to, separate, from that because it has such a significant meaning. And this is how we kind of started. And,
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was somebody's birthday, it was somebody's locker number.
Yeah.
What about you, Chandra?
I am from Huntsville. Well, I was born in Birmingham. Most of my family is in Birmingham. But I'm from Huntsville, been here all my life. I'm a graduate of Alabama A&M University.
Okay, go
Go
Bulldogs.
Dogs. So hand go up.
I became affiliated with Ashley, like she said. I think her oldest son was maybe 3, and so he's now
19.
19.
Wow.
So he may have been 2.
Yeah.
Because my son was really young too. So it's been about 15 years, but I started doing hair in 1995.
Wow.
So I've always had a dual or trio career. I've never strayed away from my education background. I worked at A&M for 17 years.
Wow.
So when I first graduated, I did teach school for about 2.5 years, and I just figured no. I don't think that I thought this out clearly. I come from a line of educators.
Right.
But then I went back to graduate school, and I was always doing hair. So when I opened my salon, it was just like, I can't let this go. So I've just had like a dual, triple career all my life. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I can relate.
You lasted longer than Sharonda. She only lasted a year. So yeah, you're good.
To me.
So I am from Huntsville, Alabama, born and raised. Started out in the industry when I was 13 years old. Nothing I ever wanted to do. Didn't want to be this big guru. I just like the creativity, being behind a chair and, creating styles on women. And I just kind of got thrown into it. And, I would just begin to follow a lot of big time hairstylists, agency stylists. And I think once I saw that I could be a big guru. Now, how I know all these wonderful people, me and Brandon, we've worked together on some projects before. And believe it or not, Chan here, was it 112? Salon 112? Salon 112, I never forget.
Were the players well?
Yes, where the players played.
You're laughing, but it really was kind of like,
Yeah, Salon 112. And they were hosting a hair show, kind of like contest competition. And I said, you know what? I was like, I want to do this competition. I had my models. Chan, she said, girl, you got to go ahead and say, Chan, I cannot go out here. I was terrified.
she was about to leave.
I
And
was
I said,
about to
oh,
leave.
no, ma'am.
I'm like, girl, we about to wrap this up. We about to leave. And she looked at me. She grabbed me. She said, you going? Can I cuss on here?
You can say whatever.
You're taking your ass out there. I said, okay. I did. She did. And I'm just grateful for that moment because she was actually the person that catapulted me to start doing competitions in real time, stage presentations. And so, I had to give you your flowers, Chan, because if it wasn't for that, there's a part of me that I feel like as a stylist, I wouldn't have been able to reach a certain level. So,
And that was like, what, 1998, 99?
I was 19 years old. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And
I know it was that long because DJ wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
And so my son is 23.
Okay.
So I know it was at least 25, 26 years.
Yeah, I think it was like 99. 99. And Miss Ashley here, we're gonna do some things together.
Yeah.
Some salon things.
Yeah.
We gonna do a lot.
So we're going to get into that because we want to know exactly how everybody came together within the show. I wanted to ask a question that's kind of related to the show itself because this is the first reality series on the Remy Network.
Yes.
It's a brand new network. Do you all feel like pressure or pride that comes from, the knowledge that you're setting the tone for what reality looks like on that platform?
I got nervous when you asked the question. To be completely honest, I think there is a lot of pressure with it. The reality industry has changed so much, and the expectation, I feel like, has changed over time, and that's the expectation of the consumer. It's not even the expectation of the network per se. I'm pretty sure that we're going to exceed that. But, people are just looking forward to a lot of different things as it relates to reality TV, whether it's a lot of drama, a lot of physical fighting and things like that. And so I just feel like what we're trying to build may not necessarily fit like some of the current norms, but I do feel like it is strong enough to compete in the market that is a higher standard of what reality TV should be, like with the Housewives and Basketball Wives and shows like that. We're not going to be like, baddies where they're going to be boxing each other. Stuff like that. At least I hope not. Okay.
I was wondering how it's going to be different than in other reality shows.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm saying? That's why I really got behind the vision and I really love this. And the fact that they are really authentic and true to themselves because they really actually know each other.
Yeah.
We didn't cast these ladies. They Ashley came to me with a salon full of girls or girls who were connected to the salon, our long-term friendship and childhood friends, and said, we're all bosses, we're all friends, we've all worked on the elements of Salon 721. We want to do a show together.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that journey on how it came to be? And
Well, to be honest, it kind of went back to when I was working with her, and then it transitioned to, when I got my own salon and the same things that were happening at her salon were happening now at my salon. And so we were just back and forth about, getting views on, you guys should do a show. It's always something going on in here. And so me and her had already talked about it, years ago prior. And, we just never really moved on it. And, she knows me very well. Like, I'm very optimistic. I am a daredevil. I'll go out there and I'll try to, make things happen if I can. And so I was just, up one night, like Brandon said, I was up looking on Instagram and I was like, why am I up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning? Not really knowing, but still having the thought of trying to find someone that I can connect with to just hear the vision of what, I wanted to put out there. And I ran into him and I, sent him a long, very long message. Because I was.
Did you read it all?
He read it. He probably read halfway through and was like, oh, I got to call her. But I sent him a very long message in regards to just a description of what I wanted to present. I knew I wanted it to be raw, uncut. I wanted people to be able to relate to all of the challenges that we have, not just within the beauty industry and the business, part of it, but life, like me and my partner, like we feel like that is a part of our ministry. We know that's a part of our ministry. And it took me some time to kind of jump into that role of understanding that, and so that's how More Than Hair really became More Than Hair, because we're not just, working behind a chair, we're moms, she's an educator, we're mentors, and we have other women that are a part of the show that either have gotten their hair done at the salon, we've done business with them in and out of the salon, and so it just created a big sisterhood, so.
That answered that question.
Should we go into the other people on the show?
Well, before we do that, because I just want to make sure I stay on this origin story, what was it about this salon, these women, and this city that made you say, okay, this isn't just content, this is a story?
So we started working on this about 4 years ago in 2022.
Wow.
Ashley invited me. I was on a trip with a friend, and then I was like, I'm going to come to Huntsville. I want to meet everybody. And so I just popped in Huntsville. She got everybody together. It was, and the group was way larger when we first started.
20 people.
Yeah. And so Ashley couldn't decide who should really.
I couldn't. It was so much stuff. I was like, I don't even know how we're going to break this down. But
So I said, I got you. And so what I did was we literally took a cell phone outside of the salon and we just interviewed everybody and talked to everybody. And then, once I reached out to Ashley, I was like, I think these are the women that really kind of helped tell the story. And so it was, I think it was hard at first because, we don't want to leave anybody out. Mm-hmm. However, when you're talking about creating something like this, the women in Huntsville, everybody wants to be on TV. Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest, right? Everybody wants to be on TV. But it was just like finding the women who have like something that's different from other women and just having this talent, not just talent, that's beauty, inside and out, and being cultured and having this entrepreneurial mindset, but also being entertaining and being able to capture and keep people engaged. And so this group of women, they can all do that, whether individually or collectively. And I laugh because this has been a journey with this group. But an enjoyable one overall. It's been an enjoyable one. And so I just think that people are going to just be surprised at just how authentic it is. As a producer, they made my job extremely easy because I didn't have to overproduce and make up stories and drag. No, I just showed up. And I say, here we go.
So you keep talking about these other women. Tell us about these other women.
They are who they are. Where do I start? I know maybe two of them I went to school with. Okay. We never really interacted in school because I was older, but we were always, around each other.
And who are these two women?
Chandra, Petway, and J Love is Jessica Love. We both went to school together, and we kind of grew up, around each other. So I was always familiar with them. And Jay actually came into the salon, right before we got ready to leave, maybe 2 years before we Like roughly before we left our first salon. And she's been on this journey ever since. Like, but the other females, I know Tasha Travis. I met her through my husband's his friend. We went on a couples trip together, and she was like, she was who she was, and
She seems very fun.
yeah,
She seems fun.
but I got to really, get a chance to really meet a different TT, once me and her made, a connection, and we just kind of formulated a bond after that. And of course, who else? We have Tasha Robinson. She works inside of the salon. She was like my babysitter. And people don't know this about Tasha. She had her own salon, and I used to watch her on TV when I was coming up in high school, before I even knew that I really wanted to do hair and hair was my purpose. Wow. She had like a segment like on like after hours on the news, like a broadcasting thing, and she would do these do-overs, and like transition women from clothes to, styling and all that type of stuff with their hair. And so I used to watch her, and I just kind of, always been inspired by, what she did. And then everybody else just, kind of fell into play, either working with us or, just staying connected with us some way, throughout the salon. So.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to make sure that we have like everybody listed and then the captions.
Because off the top of my head, I can't. I call them other names other than their real names. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she pretty much named everybody. And then there's Tasha Cawthorn, who's a makeup artist, and there's Toy Marie, who is a barber who used to work on the barber side of the salon, because they have the barber and the salon side. Elements of Salon 721. Mm-hmm.
So I have another question for you, Ashley, because it actually related to you and Chan, because how did you and Chandra stay together, working together for so long? Like, is there like an unspoken rule that you have that helped y'all survive, that gave you both like a way of having success and dealing with stress?
Who want to go first?
I don't think it is necessarily an unspoken rule. I guess you can say that. Mm-hmm. But from the beginning, like some of the things that you'll see, in the show is the struggle of entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it makes me emotional because...
Don't you cry.
It's all good.
I can feel safe space. Like I can feel it. Like, yeah.
I've had salons, and I've had a staff of 14, 15 people before. And she actually came in with me with one of the largest salons that I had. Mm-hmm. And out of everybody, she was the only consistent. Mm-hmm. So out of everything I went through, she was the only consistent. Mm-hmm. So we just kind of formed this bond. Mm-hmm. And I think the unspoken rule is that no matter what, we don't switch up. Mm-hmm. We have our differences. She'll call me, and we might holler and scream at each other, and then we'll start laughing. Mm-hmm. So it's just that we don't switch up no matter what, and we're just completely transparent and honest. Mm-hmm. So if something is wrong, for years, people will come in the shop and they'll say, "Is the owner here?" And I'll say, "There she is."
She put me on the spotlight.
I will put her. I say, "There she is."
You pointed at her, and I hated it. Like, what? I am not.
Thank you.
Over this salon. But what that did for me, gosh, we cried. We are some crybabies. What that did for me was it put me in a position where I wasn't ready, but she seen something in me. And so the beauty in that is, I remember before she went back into education, I remember her telling me, thank you. I remember her telling me, like, Ashley, you'll be good to run your own shop, and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, Chan, I can't do it. Like, I've never thought to do it on my own, but she was really sharpening me to, be in that position. She seen something in me that I didn't really see in myself. So when I was able to step out and branch off and open my salon when she went back, to the education field, I was ready. I was really, really ready. I was just, nervous to do it. And, it takes great mentors like that to coach you in this game, because this game, I feel like the beauty industry is so gritty, it's so grimy. And I remember when she left the big salon she was talking about, everybody left, but I was the only one who stayed. And it was because I seen her vision. Oh, wow. And because I could see her vision, I was like, I don't have a vision of where I want to go, in the industry. So why not follow her? And because I followed her and I stayed obedient to doing that, this is where we are now, and it's more than hair.
I love that.
Must say it's more than hair, but we'll be able to showcase that, a whole lot, with these episodes.
See it whole develop.
Yeah, because we're all about connection.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have your connection, you have that nucleus, so you could build all around it. So.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because it's just like we always know what the other one is thinking. Like we never really have to. If we're in a room with some people, like a conversation will get started, and I'll look at her.
It's a look.
It's a look.
That's the thing, because it's a look.
And a feeling, because I remember when she called me, she was like, "Chan, I got a building," because I was done.
Yeah.
I had gone back to work, and my job was it consumed so much of me because I had to travel on my job. And at the time, it was just me in the salon. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let this rest for a minute. And I just happened to be in a position to where the building I was in was family owned. So I didn't have to, move anything out. I just said, I'm not working.
Right.
And so she called me. She was like, I got a building. She was like, but I don't know what I'm going to do. She was
That's
like,
a big deal.
I don't have anything.
Yes.
And I said, do you still have your key? And she was like, yeah. I said, just go get what you want.
She allowed me to take everything.
I said, just take it all. I mean, it's just sitting there. It's not being used. And she cried like a baby. I was like, girl, bye. I got to go to work.
All right. We got to cry over here, too.
Yeah.
So yes.
So this is kind of a Chan question. You're an educator and a stylist. How does that shape the way you lead inside the salon when emotions and business collide?
Oh, wow. I've always had that's a crazy question because in the salon leading, I think being an educator, I'm a natural born teacher, a leader, so it's easy for me to teach and lead, but I'm so no nonsense to where that's kind of the hard part for me. That's I don't deal with the back and forth and the foolishness and stuff. I just can't. It's hard. I never have been able to deal with it. I would either shut down or walk away. So in the beginning of my career, it probably made things a little harder because I wasn't able to have those. I didn't trust myself to have those tough conversations with people. Now being in the industry as long as I have, and being an educator as long as I have, I just kind of did some personal development, with myself. And now the conversations are much easier to have, but I'm still just like, nope, this is it.
Yeah.
This is where it stops, because I had to get to the point to where I was allowing people to just do whatever they wanted to do in my establishment, and everything fell on me.
Right.
So I took all of the hard hits, So it was just it's been a learning, a learning situation and a transition.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of learning, what part of the show has pushed you the furthest out of your comfort zone? I hear some laughs.
The furthest out of I don't deal with difficult people.
Okay, so you don't have any difficult people on the show.
I'm looking at me. She's like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think, and I think that's the thing that people they think I'm quiet, you know, because during the time of conflict, I'm the one that's like,
Yeah, she's very quiet, but her eyes change colors. And then when they do that, I'm like, yeah, she's either getting ready to say something or
and
y'all
then
just
when I
stop
speak,
talking.
everybody is like,
Yeah.
where that come from? What's wrong
Wait,
with
so is
you?
it like good cop, bad cop kind of thing,
It's,
or?
I would say you will definitely see that. People are going to say that because I think with me, roles have really changed. Because before, when she came back into the salon that we had prior to this new one, a lot of people would transition to her, you know, as far as connection, asking questions, things like that. And then now it's like everybody comes to Ashley. And so she like, why everybody, you know, ain't coming to me? And I'm like, well, I think it's the delivery part of it. Like, I think my delivery, we mesh out very well because I'm firm, but I'm firm in a compassionate way, I should say.
Right.
And she's just cutthroat, you know, and it's like sometimes they, you know, it's like your kids. Sometimes, you know, they choose to go to mommy or they choose to go to daddy. And I just feel like, you know, with her, sometimes they know what they really need to hear in that moment and how they need to be, you know, let down in that moment. But Chan will say something and then the girl will come back and be like, well, why she say it
They
like
always
that?
call Ashley on me.
Oh no!
And I have to explain, like,
you know.
But then maybe you have more time to listen to like the whole story as opposed to you being dual
I
career.
guess that's probably how you put it.
Well,
Maybe.
prime
I don't know.
example. One time a girl asked me. She said, we were working. Salon was full of
Yep.
people, and she said, "Hey, Chan, come here for a second when you get a minute." I actually thought she needed something, you know, like some direction on what she was doing, you know, something that pertained to biz. Well, yeah. So I stopped doing what I was doing, walked over there to her, and she said, "Well, I think I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave the salon."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "That's what you wanted?" Like that. And she was like, "Yeah." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, I thought you was talking about something." And I turned around and I was like, salon life just not for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did not realize that I hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
She was deeply hurt. She
Yeah.
said that I was just, what did she tell you I was?
She called me and she was like, well, why did she say it like that? And I was like, well, I can hear her saying it because I know how she, you know, delivers. And so I was just like, it was her delivery, but I don't think she was saying it in a way that
Because I wasn't.
You
It
know.
was just, we were in it was a busy
Yeah.
time of day. I had 2 clients waiting on me. She had a client in her chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, it's not the right time to be talking about this on the salon floor.
Oh,
So I
okay.
just said, oh, girl, salon life not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It almost seemed like you were being more understanding of it,
I
and maybe she
was.
felt
I
like,
was, I don't know if she wanted me to convince her to stay, you know, but I was
yeah.
just like, you know, I don't know. I thought we had a relationship to where she knew that I would support her either way.
Yeah.
But I guess not.
I guess it's delivery. I get that all
Yeah,
the time.
it's
You
my
didn't
delivery.
say it in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who says that. But
I get that all the time too.
Yes.
And what's so funny is that I really let my guard down with this group. And
Oh,
I'm completely
God, here we
different.
go.
'Cause normally, I'm just saying, like, normally I let my guard down with this group.
Right.
Because in order for us to really develop and get comfortable,
Yeah.
you want them to tell you everything. And so I have to build this rapport, but I've let my guard down because people who know me and like work on set with me, like normally for films, they know I'm no nonsense. They don't talk to me. And where I'm not your friend, you know. And not that I give up like this, you know, like this whole, you know, era, but that's just like the standard and the understanding, like. No, I'm not your friend here. So this has been difficult for me because it forces me to be out of that. Because I'm very me and Chan are just alike.
it's out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, and I've been so this is definitely out of my comfort zone. So because I'm trying to find a balance now,
Right.
and so I even told Ashley recently, and I have no problem saying I said I have to step back. I've gotten too comfortable, and they think I'm their friend, and then the ones that don't feel like I'm their friend, they don't respect me as their producer. So I said I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna go full leadership role in this, and just be a little bit of a friend,
Right.
just enough to still have that level of comfort where they feel comfortable opening up about certain things and reach out to me, but I'm not your friend, so I'm not gonna play with y'all. I'm gonna set the boundary here, and that's the only way we'll be able to kind of person. So I gotta go back into my director mode because it's not working.
Yes. I understand that.
It's not working.
I tell
Yeah.
my kids all the time I'm not their friend. So
And then he act like they friend. But sometimes you have to adjust, though.
Yeah, and so like I said, it was just kind of hard because just over time you just kind of want to build that rapport. But the more comfortable I am, the more they like open up, and then the more I'm able to really tell the story, and the more authentic it comes off on camera. So it works, it's proven. But for me, I've kind of gotten too involved, and I was just like, I got to step back because now it's becoming overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I'm, it's different.
Yeah.
Definitely from film, it's completely different.
yeah, but we have somebody special in the back. Miss Demi.
Yes.
Yes, you're not part of the main cast, but your presence is felt. So
Absolutely.
What made you
Definitely.
feel like you want to say yes to this journey?
Well, hair is my life. Even though I'm retired from behind the chair, I will always have a love for the industry. I always have a love for a salon team. Brandon and I worked together, and I automatically knew once I found out that Ashley and Chan were working together, I'm like, I got to do this.
Yes.
Because as Brandon said, reality TV is different. And I wanted to be able to also come on and know that I'm with a group of people that I can trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was excited. I was like, what? I was like, babe, I was like, we gotta do something else. Because I've been casting for reality shows before, but every opportunity is not a good fit for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right.
And so I feel like with this particular role that I'm playing, it gives me the ability and the visibility to be able to showcase just what I've learned throughout my entire career in the industry, but then also too, deal with a group of women who I said is the situation is layered, but how can we pull back some of these layers? Because at the end of the day, we're women, we're all emotional, we all have our thing, but how can we come together, be supportive, build a sisterhood, and get the bag?
Yes.
And get the bag. And so I'm just honored, honestly. I'm honored when I was like this. It was just a no-brainer for me. Wow. It was just a no-brainer.
And I thought she was gonna say no.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I did. I
was like, why would you say that?
What I heard about you is that no is a word you have gotten comfortable with in a great way.
Yeah, no.
And
See? And I knew that.
before I met you, people were like, "Oh man, Demi doesn't do hair anymore," and they were sad.
Yeah.
And so,
So you're like a legend.
yeah,
She definitely is. Yeah.
we have heard that about you. And then, some things that I've seen, about your businesses, because you have multiple businesses, that you talk about balance and a softer life. And what does that look like when the cameras are rolling and stakes are high?
Yeah. I think where I am in a space now, I really didn't, to be honest, I really didn't have a lot of balance. I thought I had balance because and when you get in this role and you build this foundation of what success looks like, you don't really clearly understand that I'm really not taking care of myself because I'm wearing this cape of being a boss. You know what I mean? And it is true. It is a cost. It is a cost to be the boss.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women, especially now, coming into a role where I've already have been, I can give them just a lot of guidance on what that balance actually looks like. And I didn't know that until my recent diagnosis. And that was when I hit a brick wall and was like, girl, you don't have no balance. The success is not balanced. The claps is not the balance.
Yeah.
The things is not the balance. The house is not the balance. That's not the balance. And so just being able to kind of have that situation come into my life, that's what brought the balance, and that's what has made it easier for me to say no. Because I'm an overachiever. I'm a perfectionist. I'm like, hey, this is this level. We about to go here. We about to go here. We about to go here. But I'm exhausted. I'm so fried. I can't be a woman. I can't be a wife. I can't be a mom. And then I'm irritated all the time because you can't. When you're at that level, that much of a level of success, you can't compartmentalize it, honestly.
Yeah.
And then when you make yourself a linchpin, you really dug yourself a hole, honestly, because everything falls on you and everybody depends on you. Yeah. So I'm at a place of balance. People, they don't necessarily like the new me. And it's okay. It's okay. It's just a transition to where I'm going, and I'm okay with that.
Now, you said something. I've heard you say that you were a conqueror before.
Yes. So I'm still recently. I was diagnosed. I don't even like to say the word because it just I feel like Ashton Kutcher should come out and say I'm being punked. But I was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, HER2 positive and estrogen positive. The healthiest person that I do all the things. But what a lot of people don't know about your body is your body does keep score. So if you're a person that you're dealing with a lot of anger, rage, resentment, unhealed emotions, unspoken forgiveness, it will manifest into sickness and disease. So for me, when I got this diagnosis, I already knew what this was. And it was actually making me face myself, making me face my own demons, shining light on those dark corners that are there, but you don't want to address them. I had to do the work.
Amen.
I had to do the work. And the one thing that I can say that has really carried me through this journey is forgiveness.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. It's a lot of us walking around with a lot of unforgiveness in our heart. And it's taking you down. It will take you down. So I'm okay. Do I have rough days where I might feel like, oh my God, I really got to forgive? Girl, you better forgive or you're going to be a rest in peace. So that's just where I am. But I feel like forgiveness is what has really carried me through, to be honest with y'all.
That's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's such a blessing. Yeah.
And I'm still May. I gotta go to May. But I'm okay.
Yeah.
But it seems like you're stronger
I'm okay
because of it. So.
Yeah.
This is
For a reason.
That's exactly what I'm hearing from all of you is that there's purpose underlying everything.
Yeah. I feel like, the beauty in this show, we are some crybabies, Lord. But that just lets you know God is resonating in all of this. The beauty in it is that when I got ready to pitch it to get responses back from it, in my carnal mind, I knew, okay, people are finna really look at you and say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, this is so negative. This is not even the lane that you're supposed to go in. But they didn't have the vision that I had.
Right.
And so she always stayed on me about it because when he gives you something, it's so unorthodox. Sometimes you ask God, like, really, you want me to go and do that?
She's preaching us.
That was the thing. And so I literally pondered. I pondered. And we got a lot of no's. And I kept, circling around.
It wasn't from her, was it?
No. Thank God it wasn't from Demi. No. But I kept pondering around because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm hearing my church members say, they've seen the trailer, things like that. And I know they want to ask, like, why are you doing this? And I can't explain it. I remember God really telling me, like, stay mute. Don't try to overexert yourself on explaining the vision that I gave you.
Yeah.
Be the vision.
Right. That's right.
Be the vision. So because we are really being the vision for something that this reality show, and I'm speaking and I'm saying it because I know it's going to change lives. You see so many reality shows and it's changing their lives in a negative way.
Yes.
We have negativity in it. We have chaos. We have drama. We have all of those things in it. But the beauty about this group is that everyone has a testimony.
Yes.
And that testimony is so beautiful to the point where it's going to help someone else. I've always been, I'm the baby out of my family, and I've always been the child that was quiet. They always called me scary because I never really did as much as I do now. And I knew God was saving me for the right moment in time to be bold, to be brave. I recently had to deal with some things with my sister And this is just on a personal level where, you know, as to having siblings, you look up to your older siblings in a way. And my sister always wanted to, you know, do TV and do things like that. And I remember, you know, just last year she was going through a mental breakdown. And like Demi was saying, forgiveness was the biggest thing. That's why we demonstrate that throughout the show. We try to, at least, because I caught on to it very early, you know. And when I caught on to it, it just started making me feel completely different. Like, dang, this is all I have to do is forgive people for the things that they've done to me, you know, in a sense. And so with my sister, she had a mental lapse, and she went through a really hard time of depression. And it was in that moment where she, you know, she was coming out of her stages of, you know, horrible anxiety. She told me, she said, I look up to you, you know, and I've always looked up to you. How do you do it? You're so strong. And that right there just showed me that, Ashley, you know, no matter what you go through, the challenges that you go through in life, somebody is always watching you.
Wow.
Somebody is always watching you. And I guess I've been carrying my crown, you know, so well for so long that I never viewed myself as to being, you know, like that, you know. But this you know, show is really going to exemplify something completely different I don't think anybody has ever seen before. So, yeah.
Well, I love the lady love, but what about the fellas? Are there any fellas? Are there any significant others that are in here?
They will be appearing. Eventually, we'll slide them in some type of way. I don't know when, but hey, they will be appearing. And they themselves even have, you know, remarkable testimonies as well too. So it's gonna be a big family affair. You know, it's gonna be something that I feel like people, when they turn on the TV, it's like, dang, I wish I was there. I want to come to Huntsville and hang out with them. You know, that's the type of energy that you know this group brings. You know, even with all the crazy layers to it and personalities, that's what it brings. It brings, you know, comfort, home, relatable, you know, things, you know, as well. So I think it's gonna be something good.
Demi, what about your husband? Because I know I've seen him out, and he's stylish.
Randy G.
He can throw
We
it
love
down.
Randy.
G, yes, Randy G will be making an appearance.
Nice.
You know, we built the salon business together.
Okay.
You know, so even he's an integral part to, you know, my success. So yeah, we'll see him on there.
But doesn't he cook as well?
Yes. So Randy,
Yes.
yes, Hoodish. Yes. So Hoodish is he's a chef, and Hoodish is his brand. And
Is it hood?
it's hood dish.
Or is it hood dish?
Hoodish, yeah. It's like hood and then dish, but all one word.
Okay.
So yes, he's a chef, and he cooks meals that I guess I could say. He always say that you know, I'm not in the streets, but I'm from the hood.
I love it. I love
And so
love it.
he has these dishes, like he has these sweet potato sliders that are amazing. He has this hoodish kale. There's these chicken and dressing egg rolls that he has wings. He's called sticky icky wings. So
Y'all don't hear my stomach roll.
I know.
It's probably already.
So good. And I don't cook. So he's cooked this entire time. Don't ask me to cook. Don't film me cooking, because you're not going to get anything. Film him. Yeah, film him.
Next time, bring samples.
Next time
Bring
bring
samples.
And
Yeah.
his food is really good.
Oh,
I
they
know.
came over for dinner.
My mouth was watering just hearing that.
We do have one guy that's a barber on the show, actually.
Oh, really?
Sean.
Yeah.
So Deshaun is a part of the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
Deshaun is
yeah,
a barber.
Deshaun is a
He works
barber.
in Elements of Salon 721. And he, we'll get to see a little bit of the show.
That sounds fun. He sounds fun.
Yeah, he's he was the only guy when we were filming, but he's the only main guy in the salon. So it's interesting.
There we go. Some testosterone in the
Yeah.
So this is my last question, because we always ask this question. It's related to the show as a whole. Our show is about connection. And the question, I guess, everybody jump in where you feel, what does connection mean to you? The concept, the word.
I think connection means just really being true to yourself, just always being yourself, being relatable, being lovable, being kind, and I feel like that automatically connects you, makes you relatable, and makes people connect to you or want to be connected to you.
Well, for me, just the word connection means vulnerability. Because when I think about this show and I think about reality TV, for it to be reality, people have to be transparent, vulnerable, and like we've gotten a little, you know how people, you'll hear things buzzing, you know, and you get some negative feedback, you know, and I'm like, well, golly, y'all, you know, it's real.
Yeah.
So in real life, there's chaos. You know, there's confusion,
Conflict.
you know. So the difference is with this show, it's gonna be there. We can't help it.
Yeah.
It's a part of everyday life. Whenever you are connected with somebody else, the connection is not gonna always be 100% plugged in. So in that, can we move forward, you know? So that's just my biggest thing. I want to stay true to whatever the conflict is, whether I can help someone else maneuver through their conflict, or if I'm having conflict with somebody, I don't want it to end there.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk away from it saying, oh, I will be, what's that Cardi B song? Forever, you know. You know, she say something about, you know, if you got beef with me, it's forever. I don't want to take that into my forever.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we don't have to be bosom buddies and best friends, but I do want to be responsible to my creator. Because, you know, I must love everybody. I'm commanded to. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will love you through your issue.
Yeah.
While I'm healing myself. You know. So that's my biggest thing.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for giving us a Cardi B reference instead of Nicki Minaj.
The song, but I hear it in my head. If you beefing for me, we beefing forever. Something like that.
Your enemy is my enemy.
I thought she was gonna say, "Am I the drummer?"
I
was
did
gonna
too.
say, well,
I was gonna say that too.
I was like, it kind of goes with this show. Am I the drummer? That's everybody's question. Yeah, all of y'all. Yes.
For me, I think the ultimate form of connection is giving the same grace that you want others to give you, give to them, because there's going to come a time where you're going to need grace and that you're being human. Everybody's human. I don't care where you are in life. So if I'm in a situation where I'm kind of feeling some type of way, I'm like, let me just calm my mind down, really understand what's going on, and give this person grace.
Yes.
Because now we're human. You know, now we're eye to eye. Now I can have the compassion. You know, now I can piggyback off of you, like vulnerability and like transparency, because at the end of the day, we're human. We're human. So it's grace. It's grace for me.
Mine's is relationship, period. You know, rather it's professional, it's friendships, it's marital, whatever it is, you know, we're all connected in some type of way, you know. My biggest thing, you know, that I want to see is reconciliation, if it can happen. But outside of that, I want to be able to see, like Demi said, you know, forgiveness, because a lot of people don't realize that's why they're hurting. Wow. You know, that's why they're going through the things that they're going through. You're really self-sabotaging your own body, you know, and your own healing because of that. And once you do the simplest thing, you know, and forgive, all of that will be released, you know. All of it will be released. So,
that's not the last question. This is our last question.
Okay.
It's everywhere we go. So where do we go from here?
To the top.
To the top. We never stop.
Yeah. We gotta go up.
Yes.
Yeah. I want this to be something life-changing for everybody. I didn't, you know, do this for self. I never do a lot of things. Chan to tell you, oh, she fights and fusses with me all the time. Stop giving out your blessings before you can take them and receive them for yourself.
That's true.
But I guess my biggest thing to just explain that of why I do that. I guess I want people to feel what it feels like if they don't really know God for giving them a blessing or doing something in their life. Even as simple as, small things, I want them to be able to feel that, through me. Like I'm always sharing stuff, sometimes too prematurely, but it's a lot of people out here that, are facing challenges and may not have a connection with him in that type of way, and they're lost, So what I give out is just a piece of who he is in my life, and so that's something that I always want people to be able to feel and witness. So, yeah.
All right.
And I feel like where I want to go from here is definitely more in the arena of reality. And of course, these girls are going to feel like that I'm their producer, and I am. But I do know that I'm going to probably be able to access more opportunities to do more reality content. And so I definitely look forward to that. This would always have a piece of my heart. And ideally, we're starting with Remy Network, and so we're thankful for the opportunity to be that first reality series. And there is conversation of me producing more reality content for Remy Network that I haven't spoke much about because it's not official. But so I am looking forward to
It's official if you say it on our show.
Breaking news.
I'm definitely looking forward to multiple seasons of this show, and they're doing extremely well at opening up bigger opportunities for all of the ladies and gentlemen a part of the show. Elements of Salon 21 being so big, and Ashley and Chan growing out of it, and we're on media and press tours, and somebody else is running the salon, and Demi is back in the business with us, and we going around teaching people and having our own hair show. So I have a big vision for this, a part of what they're doing. I don't know much about the hair industry, but I'm learning. Because, technically, I was like, I'm in the hair industry now. So, so I have to learn, about the culture of it in order to be a part of it, in order for it to elevate and go to the next level. So that's why I want to go with this.
That's good. And I think we can help you because I was going to pitch a show. It's called More Than Wear.
Okay.
Instead of, we'll talk about like silverware, Tupperware, underwear.
He love his last name, y'all. You have to forgive me.
So much I gave it to her.
Oh, that's a win.
I love it.
25 years ago.
So,
Did anybody else want to touch on that question, or because
or anything else? Because we got past the tea.
I kind of, something keeps resonating in my head. Like when I listen to Ashley and Demi talk and Brandon, this is a culture now of everybody wants to be like a boss.
Yeah.
Like that's what we deal with the girls in the salon all the time for the past 6-7 years. Everybody calls themselves, a boss, and it's a title that she and I never wanted to have. But I was actually forced into ownership when the salon I was working in just abruptly closed.
Oh. Yeah.
So I had to go out and, it's like, am I gonna go and rent from somebody else, or am I just gonna? So I ended up going into ownership. It wasn't a role that I was wanting or really ready for. So everything that I learned, I learned through trial and error.
Yes.
I'm talking about lights disconnected, state board coming in and nobody has their license up, so everything that I learned through trial and error. So it makes me remember that the best teachers are not really the best players.
Oh, wow.
It's the player that made the most mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a big one.
That's kind of the thing that I want to, if I could teach any young lady or any young gentleman that wants to go into business, like you just got to be ready. And if you think you're going to do it alone, you've already failed. Because in life we can do nothing alone. Anybody that says, I got it out of the mud. But somebody was wiping the mud off your boots for you. Period. Somebody was telling you, hey, you dragging something behind your boot. So if I could just teach, that's just my message for everybody. Like, you got to be able to listen, learn, and if you think that I'm not still learning, then you don't really know me. Because I learn something new every day. It's something I teach my son. If you wake up every day and don't learn something,
Yeah.
you're going to be behind.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, that's just like, you know, my little nuggets that I want to give the world. Like, I just think it's too many bosses out there.
Jesus help us.
Too many bosses, not enough leaders.
Because, I mean, hey, you can come and be my boss. I'll work for you.
Yeah.
That part.
That's how I
Hold
feel.
on.
I work for you.
Can you
But
repeat that?
Too many
that
bosses, not enough leaders.
Yeah.
Too
We
many
don't.
bosses, not enough leaders.
We don't. Me and her, it's been a thing for a long time. Like the girls will come in and be like, "Oh, you the boss," and I'm like, "Don't call me that. I'm a leader first." And I've always had to understand that just through mentoring, you know, that brought me up in the game. And I didn't know that you had to, one, serve before you become a leader. And so those are things that we exemplify in the salon. Like, we'll get out here and wash somebody's feet too. You know, just because we have this particular title in front of us, in front of our name, doesn't make us, you know, better than anybody, you know. But to the eyes of people that have small minds that think like that, they look at us and, you know, they size us up like that. But no, I get out here and I do, you know, whatever, you know, for our team in any type of way. I'm not that type of person, you know. And you have to serve before you can actually lead. So yeah.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. Well, I think we got past the tears and hunger, so now we want to have some fun. So
Okay.
we're going to do something called superlatives.
Oh,
So you know how you have the most likely to succeed. So
okay.
this isn't just the ladies or men of this group. We want us to anybody that's on the show. So we're going to go first. I'll let you go first.
Let me go first.
the
Okay,
ladies
ladies
go
first.
first.
All right. Who is the biggest instigator?
Oh wow.
do we have to answer that?
Have you?
Yes.
It could be a tie. If it is a tie, let us know.
The biggest instigator is Toy.
I was just about to say.
Okay.
And there's
Toy
Toy?
Marie, she's
Yeah.
the biggest instigator.
She is.
Okay.
All right. Well,
not-
let's come back. Let's dial it back. 'Cause I think we came.
I'm not scared to
I think we
ask
came
the
No, we
too hard.
No, we can
We
can
good.
go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we
All
right,
can.
come on,
Let's
go
go.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Who is the most stylish?
Oh, that's hard because
Everybody has their
everybody
own.
has their own style, but I guess trendy wise, I would really say me, Chan, and Jessica.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Jessica too.
Yeah, me, Chan, and Jessica. We just set, me and her vibe off each other. We set the tone, just in trend wise for ourselves. We just come up with different unique things.
Who will have the best receipts?
Ooh wee, that might
TT.
be TT. Yeah, I would say TT. I would say TT. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go. Who is the funniest?
Oh gosh, it goes back to TT.
TT is the funniest.
TT is definitely the funniest. Yeah,
Who was the first to throw hands?
Tasha. Hawthorne.
Tasha Cawthorn wants to.
We got two Tashas. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And who will eat somebody up with words?
TT. Yeah, TT. Yeah.
You might have already said this, but who is the mama bear?
Mama Bear is Ashley.
Oh my God.
She was gonna say Chan, but no,
It is
I was-
not me.
it's
I was
Ashley.
really finna say Demi, because Demi is definitely going to be like, yeah.
Maybe. No.
Mama Bear is Ashley.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
You are no nonsense too.
She no nonsense, but she
They all are no nonsense, by the way. They all be humble.
You brought the no
All
nonsense
right.
team with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely to be late?
Oh
Ashley.
my gosh. That's
That
me.
is definitely Ashley.
I'm serious. Like, they'll tell you.
All right. Who is the sexiest?
Everybody.
I love that answer.
So Kendra.
But Kendra,
Yeah.
Jessica.
yeah,
They gonna be-
Kendra
Thank you, Brandon.
is
Thank you, Brandon.
Kendra is first, Jessica is second. Kendra has that edgy, sexy appeal.
Yeah. Kendra, she gonna be hot mama
Yeah.
when she show up.
Who is the kumbaya? person.
Oh my God. Now I'll take that one over Mama Bear. I am.
I would say actually Chan was in the show. She don't think she was, but she was. Like when things was getting heated, Chan would come with something that would be thought provoking. And of course Demi, she came in and like, look, girl, I can tell y'all both ways. Yeah. So and Ashley, of course. So all three of them.
All right, and then the last one is who's the first on the dance floor?
Oh.
Jessica.
Tasha Robinson.
Oh yeah, Tasha Robinson.
Oh, yeah,
Tasha Robinson, yeah.
And Jay, does Jay look good?
Nah, Tasha the
Never
one.
mind.
Yeah,
I'll probably
Wrong
dance before
question.
Jay.
Yeah, Tasha
Okay.
Robinson.
And who has the greenest eyes?
The only one.
Love your eyes.
Thank you.
all of you. Well, we really appreciate y'all coming out.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate you
Thank you guys.
going out, but before we go,
Then why would I
something that I
keep
like
this
to
here?
do,
Okay.
and she's not going to be in favor of it, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's called Black Folklore. So my brother came up with something. And what it is it's not a real fact, but it could be. So we just like to have it out there. And because we have this type of crew, we're going to say it. So it's not real, but it could be real. So due to her complaints and difficulty sitting still while getting her hair done, Nancy Walker became the first child to be referred to as tender-headed by her mother on this day in 1931.
I don't know.
You'll get her on the way home, but I had to put that out there. It's something that
Anyway.
we're doing, so.
That is so funny.
Anyway, I just want to say I'm so happy that y'all came and joined us
Thank you
here.
for having
I'm
us.
really excited about the show, and I love the light that it's going to shine onto Huntsville
Thank you.
and the
Thank
testimonies that y'all have.
Thank you.
I guess we just close out right there.
Yes. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys.
And
Thank
we look
you
forward
for
to
having
this
us.
show.
Thank you.
And I'm going to watch it, not just because she has it on the TV, but because I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And this is how people can get to see it, right? They need to download the Remy Network. They can do it through like Roku or
Yep.
any website. They can just
Yep,
get
they
the
can
app
go
on their
directly to-
phone.
Yep, they can go to the app or they can go to the website, RemyNetwork.com.
Absolutely. I'm
It's free.
excited. And
that's
it's free too.
It's free to stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, and we didn't say this, but I don't know if y'all ever mentioned that one of the I guess co-owners of the network is Grammy nominated artist Remy Ma, legendary.
Absolutely.
So she is she actively involved with y'all as
She
far
is.
as the show?
She's not actively involved with this show in particular. We've been working with Rich Evans, who is one of the partners.
Okay.
But she is the owner of the network. But she's out doing media and press too. But she does approve all things that come into the network. So she's very aware of what we're doing, and she has had to say something. And they gave us the approval.
Yeah.
And it was just a few weeks ago, so it happened so quick, like overnight. So we're thankful. They've been very supportive. They've been doing great marketing. The network has been behind us 100%. So.
Awesome.
All right, well, definitely watch. Network is free. So,
You got to do it. This is Everywhere We Go podcast. Thank y'all for joining us.
all right, see
Thank
you out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Yeah, we tell them. Yeah, we tell them.